Oh my god, what kind of trouble has been fallen on me? They start muttering, I'm not going to marry anyone. Don't talk about my marriage. Forgive me, Dad. Give me ticket. I don't want to stay here anymore. They spoke very angrily, on which their own dad gave him a clap. Yeah, I will call. Mr. John said, looking at Jungkook. No. There is no need to call him. I agree to marry, he said with a blunt manner, walking toward the sofa he was sitting with his lap paused, while Grandpa had a smile on his face. Not only him, but everyone except Miss Min had smiled softly. I'm not going to do this marriage. Ask my wish too. We ask your wishes later, my child. Just sign the marriage certificate now. They looked at the grandpa in surprise. What does it mean that after the marriage, you will ask me, am I crazy? I don't want to get married. They was fixing his dress and said angrily, Son, sign first and think later what to do. The young dad said seriously while placing his hand on his shoulder. Oh my god, do you people think I am crazy? I'm a doctor. No one can make me fool. I'm going to get married of my own free will to a handsome man who is the same as my age. They sniffed his head and said, they didn't know how to keep the thing in his heart, and he said, was in his heart. While Jungkook raised his head and looked at Taehyung, that stupid boy, he wanted Taehyung to disobey. Taehyung, the dad had spoke in a warning tone, on which he remained silent for a moment, until, look, if the boy is not willing, then the marriage cannot be placed. You all cannot force the marriage. Priest bowed his head and said in a loud voice. Everyone looked at him in surprise. This priest had definitely fallen in love with Taehyung. Write it down. Jiho said softly, on which Jiho put his hand on his mouth to stop his laugh. Taehyung pursed his lips. Mister, let him get married to you? Priest was frightened by Taehyung's voice, while Taehyung stared at him and Jungkook. Think about it in 5 minutes. If Jungkook is not, then I will get them to marry to you. On their own words, they start looking at Jungkook in surprise, that glaring at Tae while Jungkook was busy with his phone. Hyung, come here for a minute. Just listen to me. And pull Taehyung to a corner. What's wrong? I'll see you later and open your head. You're going to cheat on your Hyung? They said, stretching his elbow. Listen, what I am saying. You should get married now, and later you will ask divorce him. He doesn't like you anyway. If you ask for divorce, he will leave you. Hun explained in a low tone, to which Taehyung kicked his foot. Ouch! You want me to get stained with divorce? So that there won't be any relationship later. Very good. I don't agree with this marriage. To this, they said, shaking his head in anger. Appa, Grandpa, get your marriage done to this guy or priest. Think about it. The guy is not a good person. And he? Look at him, how he looked at you. Hun said, taking Taehyung's face in his hand. They started looking at him. Then a little further to Jungkook, who was looking at Tae seriously, had a very clear, sarcastic expression on his face. He is better than him. Who can tolerate me for long? They said, in a thoughtful manner. I agree with the marriage. The priest looked at Taehyung in surprise. I'll marry Jungkook. They said with Jungkook walking gracefully, chewing every word. He took a deep breath and sat next to his dad, smiling with a smile. The priest looked at the boy in surprise. I said, I want to marry Jungkook. You want into shock? What strange thing I have said. Seeing his strange face, they said in a harsh voice. I accepted. Speaking in one breath, they turned to Grandpa and said, as soon as Jungkook accepted, he got up from there and went outside. Behind him, Grandpa kept calling him, but he didn't stop. But it was a fire. Grandpa was not even tired of kissing Taehyung's forehead. Jimin, you were all sitting with Tae and taking pictures. Jiho and Jihope had also come out of the corner and climbed on the stage. After Grandpa left, both of them were playing around on the stage while laughing. Everyone was laughing openly. Now where had they seen such a unique marriage? Leave them to John mentioned. Grandpa said suddenly calm and said to Miss John, "Hey, I won't go to his house. I'll stay at my grandpa's house. I won't go there. Do whatever you want to do." They stood up from the sofa and said, on which everyone started looking at Tay again. "Son, come here. I'll take you." Grandpa said in a loving tone while holding Taehyung by his shoulder. They kept looking at him in surprise. "Okay, I will go, but I have one condition. I will go only when your beloved son would pick me up and take me to his home," they said with a pout. "Taehyung," their dad called him with an anger tone of his daughter's shamelessness. "I mean, he took me by my hold. Otherwise, I won't go. I do have some honor. I have value. I will go with him so that no one can doubt me later that this boy had gone to his husband's house on his own. People have deviated to saying such thing. So, this is my only condition. If you further fulfill it, then I'll go," they said in a stubborn tone, folding his hand on his chest. "Taehyung, son," Grandpa looked at his grandson helplessly. "Grandpa, I agree with your decision. Now it's your turn. Prove that you're my grandfather too. Not just his. I want justice." While Taehyung's dad would curse at that time when he had given Taehyung permission of acting classes. How did he know that this acting show were being tested on him? Of this boy had driven me crazy. Taehyung's dad had muttered while looking at him with regret. The women of the house were looking at Taehyung with great surprise, who was standing with his hand folded on his chest like a stubborn child, as if anyone had upbraided him. He reminded standing there. "Hyung, what is all this now?" Hoon came closer to him and said in a low tone, He will never agree to take me to his house and also hold my hand." "Impossible. Now Grandpa will know who I am," they said in his ear. "Grandpa, answer me. Should I just stand here now? I'm tired," they said in a low tone. They had just said when Jungkook was seen coming to the garden again, who had changed his clothes. He was coming toward them with quick step. Where did he come from? They had muttered in surprise. "Jungkook, my child, let's take them home. All the guests are waiting for the. It was already taken too long," Grandpa said while Jungkook started looking at him. His uncle, who had helpless expression on his face, he didn't want to bother him at all. "Let's go, Taehyung." He extended his hand toward him. Everyone was shocked. Jungkook, and it was impossible to extend his hand toward anyone. Everyone was left thinking about their own places. Gio turned on his cameras again. "Why did my always fell on me?" They was annoyed. That handsome man raised his hand and was watching the expression very carefully. "I will make your life worse then. You will give me divorce the next day and leave me." They was thinking while gritting his teeth, while everyone else, including Grandpa, was looking at two of them in surprise. Seeing them, it seems as they were made for each other.